Ayun. So, good evening sa inyo mga kuya, mga ate at kuya. Kumusta kayo? Pasensya na. Ito na ngayon na naman ako nakapag live, okay? Kasi daming mga kabisihan sa buhay. Anyway, maraming salamat sa mga nanonood. Pasensya na sa mga background natin. Mga anak ko talaga medyo makukulit. But anyway, very short lang yung ating topic for today. No? Very short lang. Pero I believe that kahit pa paano, it makes sense, no? Kung ano yung topic. Ano ba topic natin ngayon, Attorney Mox? So, topic natin, we have two case, no? It's actually two case. It's between Ong versus Ong. Ayan. Ong versus Ong, a 2006 case. Although it's old at saka may mga revisions, no? Insofar as other cases, no? Kasi magkakaroon tayo ng intertwine of rules and regulations knowing na meron na tayong psychological incapacity which is a ground for annulment or nullity, no? Nullity of marriage. Yung anak ko, ulit ang anak ko. But anyway, so that is in the case, and also Bugayong and Guinness. So ito naman yung regarding naman sa intimacy. So mabilis lang to. Let's go talk about it. Okay, una, is physical violence a ground for legal separation? Ayan. So the facts of the case are straightforward, no? Si William Ong at saka si Lucita, yun lang. Si William at saka si Lucita mag-asawa. Tapos meron silang tatlong anak during the course of their 3 years of marriage, no? Kahit may mga anak na sila, ay meron silang hindi pagkakaunawan. Everyday quarreling, nag-aaway sila to the point na minsan nagkakaroon ng physical violence. Now, according kay Lucita, yung si William ay nananakit, physical violence, tatapunan daw niya ng upuan or gamit, mumurahin niya ng PI, GA, GAGO, TA, so daming pagmumura na nagaganap, sinasabi, no? So with all those happening, so during the course of their marriage, if I'm mistaken, that's around December 1994, 1994 ba, 1995, nagkaroon sila ng quarreling insofar as yung what do you call this, yung para sa anak nila, no? May pinagkakaunawan sa saan muna magstay yung anak nila. Tapos to make things short, sabi niya it's none of your business, sinuntok niya sa tiyan, sinuntok niya sa mukha, tapos tinutukan pa niya ng baril. Yun na according kay Lucita. Tumakbo si Lucita, pumunta sa kanyang sister. So during the course, nang pumunta siya sa sister, nag-file din si Lucita ng legal separation. Okay. Sabi naman ni William, walang katotohanan yan at ginawa lang daw yan kasi daw para daw makontrol nila yung ownership property ni William Ong. Take into the consideration that William and Lucita are mag-asawa. So, doon sa pagbugbog, no, is physical violence a ground for legal separation? So, sabi ni William, handa naman makipag-ayos naman siya, 'di ba? Pero of course, sabi pa rin niya is kumbaga walang katotohanan daw 'yun. Let's just talk about the physical violence, no? Now, in this case, no, hindi siya the Supreme Court and as well as the rules, no, especially the Family Code of the Philippines, it stated that physical violence is not a ground for annulment, all right, or it's not a ground for the declaration or petition for declaration of nullity of marriage. All right? Hindi po pwede 'yon. Okay? Ang pwede doon is it's a ground for legal separation. If you can see here, sabi dito, no, Article 55, no, let's talk about the legal separation. Ano ba ang legal separation? According to the Family Code of the Philippines in Title 2, legal separation, it is under Article 55. A petition for legal separation may be filed on any of the following grounds. Number 1, as you can see here, number 1 dito, no, sabi dito, repeated physical violence or grossly abusive conduct directed against the petitioner, a common child, or a child of the petitioner. In the case at bar, no, makita po natin na there was a repeated physical violence and grossly abusive conduct. May pag-usapan natin yung nagka-intertwine siya with the latest case in so far as Article 36 on the part of psychological incapacity, okay? So number 2, physical violence or moral pressure to compel the petitioner to change religious and political affiliation. That is number 2. Alright? Number 3, no, so kung pipilitin through moral pressure at saka physical violence yung asawa niya na mag-change ng religion, still pa rin, no, pwede po siyang mag-file ng legal separation. Number 3, attempt of respondent to corrupt or induce the petitioner, a common child or a child of the petitioner to engage in prostitution or connivance in such corruption or inducement. So kumbaga kumbaga pilitin ni mister, no, lalo na yung mga anak niya na magkaroon ng mag-prostitute, no, magbenta ng laman. Alright, so parang ganun, no, so to speak. So bawal din yung pwedeng legal separation yun. Number 4, final judgment, sentencing the respondent to imprisonment of more than 6 years even if pardoned. Ibig sabihin, kung yung asawa mo, lalaki man o babae, ay meron siyang final judgment, no? Meron siyang kaso which is na-render na ng decision na imprison and mapapreso siya more than 6 years, pwede kang mag-file ng legal separation. Number 5, drug addiction or habitual alcoholism of the respondent. So be careful sa inyo sa mga habitual alcoholism or lasinggero. Alright, drug addictions, that is self-explanatory. Lesbianism or homosexuality of the respondent. There was actually a case, no, na nabanggitan natin, no, previously na homosexuality and lesbianism is not a ground for annulment or it's not a ground for the dismissal or petition for the declaration of nullity of the marriage between spouses. It's the concealment. So it's not, pero it can be a ground for legal separation. Ano ba yung legal separation? Just so you know, legal separation is you're not separated by law, but you are actually separated from the bed. So hindi kayo magkatabi sa bed. All right? So ibang lugar ka. Pero although you are already actually married. Number 7, contracting by the respondent of a subsequent bigamous marriage whether in the Philippines or abroad. So ito naman, kung merong subsequent bigamous marriage sa ibang bansa, pwede kang mag-file ng legal separation. Again, exception to the rule when the said marriage is solemnized under Sharia or Islamic rights. Kasi sa atin, we are allowed to marry, the men are allowed to marry 4 wives. Alright? So, 8 naman is sexual infidelity or perversion. So, not really sure what's the sexual infidelity or perversions, pero of course, we can see na siguro pag masyadong atat si mister, no? So, pwede. Siguro, kumbaga, masyadong wild. Masyadong wild. Number 9, attempt by the respondent against the life of the petitioner, yung papatayin, or abandonment of the petitioner. Abandonment of the petitioner by respondent without justifiable cause for more than 1 year. This is also a case na nabanggit natin na previously, na yung abandonment is not a ground for annulment or petition for declaration of nullity of marriage. Take note of that, okay? Pero it must be justifiable cause, no? Without justifiable cause. Kasi kung may justifiable cause, tumakas ka kasi binubugbog ka naman, edi, of course, hindi yung legal separation. It's still a legal separation. So, for purpose of the article, the term child shall include a child by nature or by adoption. Now, in this case, sabi ng Supreme Court, it is crystal clear. Ayan, no? Big shoutout kay Attorney AJ Di Malawang. Hindi ko makalimutan sa kanya yung word na crystal clear. It is crystal clear, no? Na under Article 55, repeated physical violence or grossly abusive conduct directed against the petitioner or common child or child petitioner is a ground for legal separation. So, yung sa case ni William Ong, ang sinasabi ni William, gusto daw, kumbaga, willing naman daw siya makipag-reconcile naman kay Lucita. Si Lucita daw is nagsisinungaling, wala daw basihan daw yung pag-alis daw niya sa bahay. So, wala daw basis daw yung legal separation niya. At saka yung legal separation daw ni Lucita ay para makontrol nila ang mga properties owned by these two spouses. But the Supreme Court, no, found out that mas matimbang yung evidences presented by Lucita, and what can William Ong can do is to deny, all right, only to deny to deny and to deny the case. Alright, so yun po yung case po natin for the first case. Again, okay. So, di ba, pinag-usapan natin repeated physical violence, correct, no? Repeated physical violence is a ground for legal separation. But here comes the case of psychological incapacity. No, we remember the Tan Andal versus Andal, no? We also remembered, kalimutan ko isang case, but pinaka-landmark is Tan Andal versus Andal is a case wherein the petition for the declaration of the nullity of marriage, or aka annulment, is was allowed due to psychological incapacity. Article 36, ika nga ni Attorney Jumrani, isa siya sa pinaka vague, pinaka broad na meaning sa Article 36 ng Family Code insofar as psychological incapacity is concerned. But psychological incapacity, no, sinabi sa kanila, it's not actually a medical, no, it's not a medical it's not a medical symptom, but it's actually in a legal perspective, no. To cut things short is the failure for the spouse to comply with his marital obligation. So, if ever na there was a repeated physical violence, no, although it is a ground for legal separation, if pwede ba siyang i-apply na pwede siyang mag-divorce, no, instead of legal separation on the ground of psychological incapacity kasi binubugbog ako? There is a strong possibility because repeated physical violence can be a psychological, it also talks about, or it might affect the psychological capacity of the spouse to comply with his marital obligation. Take note na yung marital obligation, it does not only fall for the support, but also yung also within sa family code natin to mutually share, love, and respect, di ba? So, nandun yung kanya. So, repeated physical violence can also be within the ambit of psychological incapacity that can be a ground for annulment of or petition for declaration of marriage. Sir, ba't di mo bangitin, sir, yung divorce? No, sabi nga ni Attorney Jumrani, around the world, marami na daw lahat daw tinatanggap daw yung word na divorce. Almost all of the world accepts or acknowledges divorce. No, they have laws on divorce. But the only two countries that was still na hindi nila ni-recognize yung divorce is if I'm not mistaken, the Rome and the Philippines. Yeah. So anyway, it's still the same naman, annulment or petition for declaration of marriage. So that's it. That's actually the case. So that is the case for William Ong and Lucita Ong. So yun nga, legal separation, it is a ground for, repeated physical violence is a ground for legal separation. But it can also be a ground to be considered as a psychological incapacity due to the failure to comply with marital obligation that may lead to annulment or petition for the declaration of nullity of marriage. Alright, so yun po yung case po niya. Next, another very luma, 1956, but this is very, very good. Very good case to kasi kumbaga, may topic dito na ginamit din na still existing. Again, it's old, but please just focus on the issue, no? Sabi dito, can sexual activity be considered as condonation to dismiss a petition for legal separation? Or, let's say, sabi na natin divorce din, pwede din divorce. Take note, sexual, ano ba yung condonation? So, pag-usapan yung condonation. But before that, no, alam na natin, di ba, legal separation is yung repeated, di ba, di ba, yung sa legal separation in the case of William Ong and Lucita Ong, di ba, there was number one is repeated physical violence, isa moral pressure to change in religion, or religious or political affiliation. Next is to induce the petitioner or his common child to engage in prostitution. Final judgment, tapos yung pinakalas din is abandonment, ganon, and sexual infidelity, and so on and so forth. Now, once upon a time, in this case of Benjamin Bugayong and Leonila Guinness, mag-asawa po sila. Okay, mag-asawa sila. They're happily ever after. Now, soon after, si Leonila Guinness ay umalis sa bahay. Umalis sa bahay, no? Na pag-alaman ni Benjamin Bugayong na tatlo ang kanyang, nagkaroon siya ng relationship sa tatlo na um, mga lalaki. Okay? So, among those three, isa pa ay Jordanian. So, bali foreign. Alright. Now, due to, after so many years, nahanap ni Benjamin Bugayong, alright, si Leonila Guinness, through Leonila, through Guinness, no, through Leonila Guinness sister. So, napinuntahan niya. Pagpunta niya doon, of course, gusto niyang i-convince na, kumbaga, magbalikan na tayo. Diba? So, magbalikan na tayo. So, of course, ayaw magbanggit nung babae. Of course, siguro guilty siya. So, kinuha ni Benjamin Bugayong, the husband, at siya pumunta doon sa sister-in-law. So, bali yung sa bahay, cousin ata niya, cousin. Now, they stayed there for 2 nights. They stayed there for 2 nights and 1 day. 2 nights. Now, according to the, during the examinations, during trial court, natanong si Benjamin Bugayong, have you slept, no, during that 2 days, 2 nights? Ano ginawa nyo? So, syempre, sabi na, we lived as husband and wife. Diretso question, have you slept with her? Yes. Second night, have you slept with her? Yes, din. So, of course, slept there, that's actually possible sexual intercourse, it was established. Kasi, syempre, they live as husband and wife, diba? Na-miss nilang isa't isa. And so yun, na-miss nila isa't isa. So, yun, after nung second night, nung umaga, nawala naman si babae, no? Why? Kasi daw, the second night daw, tinanong daw ni Benjamin Bugayong, gusto niyang alamin yung tatlong mga naging karelasyon niya ng mga lalaki. Ayaw magsalita ni Leonila. Bigla na lang umalis naman siya. So, Benjamin Bugayong filed a legal separation, no, on the ground of abandonment without justifiable cause. Ano ba ang sabi ng Supreme Court? Okay? Sabi ng Supreme Court, there was a condonation. Alright, ano ba condonation, no? So, ito, makita po natin dito. Title 4 of the Legal Separation under Civil Code of the Philippines, Article 97, states that a petition for legal separation may be filed. So, of course, ganyan. If you can see there, for adultery on the part of the wife or for the concubinage on the part of the husband as defined in penal code, or an attempt by spouse against the life of the other, and so on and so forth. So ito yung kumbaga, there was actually an adultery. So pwede ka rin mag-file ng legal separation, no, for the adultery or concubinage, no. Kumbaga kalukuhan, yung kalukuhan ng or nagkaroon ng illicit relationship ang yung spouse, pwede ka mag-file ng legal separation. Pero under Article 100, still in the same case, sabi dito, no, if you can see the yellow one, no, basahin lang natin as a whole, no. Article 100 of the Civil Code states that the legal separation may be claimed only by innocent spouse. That's self-explanatory. Provided that there has been no condonation of or consent to the adultery or concubinage where both spouses are offenders. A legal separation cannot be either be them or collusion between the parties to obtain legal separation shall cause the dismissal of the petition. Now, balik tayo sa case. Is the sexual intercourse, what is the effect of sexual intercourse? Ang sexual intercourse, nawala ako dito, hindi ko nakuha yung kanya. But anyway, bakit ba siya condonation? Okay, so wait lang ha. Let's talk about the condonation. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng condonation? So, the condonation, condonation is actually, condonation is an express of like forgiveness. Nawala dito yung hinahanap ko na condonation, separation. Okay? Teka. Nakita ko yun, tapos nawala. Okay, yun. So, listen. Condonation or forgiveness may be either expressed or implied. No? This is big shout out to lawyerphilippines.org and FCB law offices. Under the Philippine law and jurisprudence, there is already implied condonation. When the ground for legal separation becomes known, the couple resumes cohabitation as a man and wife. Yun yung condonation. So, doon pa lang sa word ng condonation, there was there was an established cohabitation between the husband and wife, that is Benjamin and Guinness. Alright? So, because of that, man and wife, hindi ko alam kung saan ano yung reference dito. But anyway, ulitin ko, condonation may be either expressed or implied. Under Philippine law jurisprudence, there is already an implied condonation when after a ground for legal separation becomes known, the couple resumes cohabitation as a man and wife. Even if it is one time, even if it is one time or one last time sexual intercourse between the two. Kumbaga, this is it, the final of the final, The Supreme Court held that it is still within the ambit of condonation because of there was a condonation, legal separation, the legal separation should be dismissed. Alright? So, ang next question right now is, sir, may chance ba na, paano, example, di ba nangyari, nagkaroon siya ng illicit relationship ng tatlong lalaki, di ba? Si Leonila, di ba? So, because there was actually illicit relationship siya, nung nag-sex sila, kumbaga, wave na yon, wala nang kaso yun. Kumbaga, tapos na yon. Kung magfa-file man si Benjamin ng legal separation, hindi na siya effective because there was already there was actually a sexual activity. Now, if ever na si Leonila ay kumbaga may ginawa naman siya, kalokohan na naman, pwede si Benjamin mag-file ulit ng legal separation with the new case, alright? So, hindi siya, there's no double jeopardy, it's not res judicata, he can still refile it with a new causes of action, alright? So, because of that being said, moral lesson, pag kayo ay nagpa-file ng legal separation, tapos nag-sex kayo for one last time, it will be considered as condonation, and all the allegations of the innocent spouse against the what do you call this? Unfaithful, unfaithful spouse shall be waived. Right? Again, condonation. So, I hope you understand, Hindi ko mahirap kasi explain eh. So, kumbaga, pinapatawad dahil doon sa ginawa nila na one night stand ay pinatawad na ni spouse yung kalokohan ni unfaithful spouse. So, I think that's the case for today, Sana po ay nag-enjoy po kayo, I will try my best to give you free other cases in the future, Maraming salamat. And see you tomorrow. Wala akong maisip. But anyway po, maraming salamat po sa inyong mga ate at kuya, sa inyong pagsubaybay. Ito po ang inyong kuya sa batas po nagsasabi sa inyo na mahalin niyo ang inyong asawa dahil sila po ang tunay na batas. Bye-bye!